Anyways, sorry, I literally just changed my mind on which cards I'm using. So I'm going to use my Collect Branwery Wisdom of Avalon deck this morning. This is for the daily guidance, okay? Okay. Energetically speaking, it kind of feels like there's an awful lot of impatience roaming around. And this needs to kind of, I'm not going to say stop, but I am going to say stop. It's one of those like, you need to stop being so freaking impatient. Things will happen when they're supposed to happen, and all in good time, as they say. It's that kind of, and I know I said this last week as well, but impatience can kind of come from like an ego based kind of, not necessarily like in a big highfalutin ego way, but just that kind of, it's about the micromanagement of things and the anxiousness of things. It's like you have your dream or your end goal where you want to be, but it's all the other steps in between it that are getting stressful, and the impatience is brewing along with them. So take a big deep breath and just breathe through it, and stop trying to micromanage everything. All right. Okay, so for today's card, disruption. Okay, so disruption. For some people, it will literally be you disrupting yourself. Self-sabotage mode, which I've spoken an awful lot about, and it's surprising how many people actually go down the self-destructive route and self-sabotage, and kind of you're going grand and you're talking yourself out of doing something even though you know that's what you should be doing, and hindsight is 2020, but it is that self-sabotage, and it is your self-destruct button that you keep kind of pressing and maybe dialing up and down and stuff. But it's also about changes to plans. And I know I'm after talking about the impatience of things. Well, sometimes, I say this a few times now, I think at this stage, but sometimes it is a change of direction, or it's that kind of, you can't get from B to C in a straight line. You have to kind of take a detour around it. Maybe you have to go round the roundabout and knock it off at exit 1 or exit 2. It has to be exit 3 and go around the other way for whatever reason. For some, it's about learning and growth, and kind of there's obstacles that need to be done on that route, and they cannot be done and accomplished on another route. It's all about that kind of scenario. And also, it's about other people. For some people, it will be a case that you're, I don't know, maybe perhaps helping somebody, or you're, trying to get someone that the help that they need, or trying to make someone understand that they need some help of something. You're with somebody and it's them that's on self-destruct, but it's kind of having a major knock-on effect to you, especially like you see the water, kind of just seeing like the water gush over you, even though it's not you and it's not your disruption, it's somebody else, and you're taking it on as your own. So therefore it's like you're being disrupted as well, but even though it's not yours. Okay, so if that is you, you need to step aside, and you need to let that person know that they need to be the one to make the changes, that they need to, set themselves free. So therefore, you're all, you know what I'm trying to say? It's that kind of, you're going to be there as a friend or a family member or whatever, but you cannot be there as a crutch any longer, or an enabler any longer, because you want to go a different path, or you have to go a different path for your own life and your own livelihood and for your own sake. Okay? But this whole self-destruct, like even with the jolt of lightning that's there on the rock, can you see that there? It's a jolt of lightning. This card reminds me, actually, just when I see the jolt of lightning, it's kind of like the moon in a standard tarot deck, and like the moon, it's got the path, and it's got the dogs, and it's got, you know what I mean, like everything like that. Like you need to keep moving forward. But then I'm also kind of getting the tower with it, the bolt of lightning and then the tower, and it's crumbling down, and stop putting a mask over things, okay? For some people who keep going back kind of to the same scenarios, the same situations in your head, first of all, I think you need to forgive yourself and the other person. You know, for what you know now that maybe you didn't know then, or whatever the case may be. But it's that kind of, stop giving yourself that electric shock and bringing yourself back to that place and to that situation and that scenario and that zone. It's not healthy for you. So as best as you can, send as much healing and as much love to that situation in your own mind and move on. Keep moving on with your own life, because you cannot go back and change what you said, what they said, what you didn't say, what they didn't say, yada yada yada. You can't do that. So stop disrupting your own life by looking backwards. You're not going that way. You are never going that way. So take today, take a big deep breath, meditate, fresh air, it's lovely weather, it's really crisp, it's fresh, and move on. That is the daily card for today's disruption. I hope that you can relate in some way. Thank you all so much, and I will see you again soon. Take it easy. Bye.